Hi, and welcome to Career Growth. In one of our earlier episodes, we have talked about how to make a career in radio jockey. Becoming an RJ is all about being entertaining, spontaneous, and conversant. And who better to tell us something about the profession than an RJ himself? So, in today's episode, we have RJ Shantanu with us, who would give us insight and practical understanding about the career.
Welcome to our studio at Shantanu Joshi International School. Just to introduce myself, I am the founder and director of Intune Radio Network Private Limited, my own company. We are into anything and everything related to voice, sound and production, radio, everything. And I am the founder and director of India's first ever student e-radio, which we started for Ruya College, which was inaugurated by Mr. Amin Sani, the radio legend, and which was heard all across the globe, which was online radio platform, and that was very new at that time. And I'm also the founder and director of India's first ever children's radio, Chote Bachcho Ka Chota Radio, which is called We Kids Radio. Can you see this? Yes. And We Kids Radio, jahan bacche RJs bante hain, they learn how to speak, how to be confident speakers, voice modulation and everything. And this is like a school network that we are starting with multiple radio stations at different schools. And you can see one of the schools, this is the first ever school that we had. So this is like a school radio network that we are starting with multiple schools. We have so many schools now, but this Rustomjee Cambridge International School was the first. And this is liked so much by all schools that they have included this as the part of their curriculum. I'm also radio jockey. I worked with All India Radio FM Gold Channel for 3 years. And I'm also the voice actor. You listen to multiple voices like,
Oh, मैं कौन हूँ क्या बता सकते हैं? Oh, I know. Who's this?
and such other voices that I do. I'm the visiting faculty at Ruya College, and I do so many other things that I love doing. Some of the very interesting projects that I have done is, one of the projects is jail radio. I've been to jail, Thane jail, and there I taught and I made a radio station inside the jail with police. How did I start? I loved my first ever recording, which was in 3rd grade. One of my teachers, she took me to a drama kind of a recording that we had. And later when I was in 9th standard, around 8th, 9th, I happened to call the radio station directly and I said that I wish to work with you, All India Radio. And then director Sushma Hippargaonkar, she liked that small kid is calling and asking that I want to work with you. She gave me an opportunity to be on live radio, FM channel, and there I hosted my first ever show. And later I thought that why can't I start my own radio station? Why do I have to call anybody? So there I started my first ever pirate radio station, which is like a radio without license. As a kid I didn't know that I required license. So I made some technical changes and I started my first ever FM radio station, which is called FM Shan. And that's like too cheesy, right? My father did the voiceover for the same. And later that became a news that a kid started a radio station. And then later I was like more excited, I want to start my one more radio station. During college time I did some auditions and I got selected for an American radio as a radio jockey. There I hosted a show for 3 years, and later I started one more radio station of mine, which is called Ruya Radio, India's first ever student radio, which was inaugurated by Amin Sani, which became a very big success. Later I started my own company, and the company is starting multiple radio stations now. So I'm doing what I enjoy the most. Actually, no one asks you what is your qualification. There are doctors, engineers, and anyone who's in the field and doing excellent, because it's skill-based field. If you have the skill to talk and impress and whatever the project requires, then you're selected for that project. So when, say, my company requires a voice, say you are interested to do a voiceover or dubbing or becoming a radio jockey. So when there is an opening, what we have as producers or the directors of the company is the suitability for that project. So we require, say, a young voice, and if you are suitable for that voice and you know how to speak for that particular project, so in that audition we judge you and we select you. So it's all skill based, nothing else. So work on your skills, that's the first thing. Also, language is an important aspect. You should know your language in whichever language you speak, right? So if you consider different parts of this voice and recording industry overall, first, say voiceover, you love to do voiceover. There are two types basically. One is for visuals. Anything that you see on TV, at the back there are voices. Aapke liye, aapki bank, like those voices that you have, that's for visuals. Then other documentaries and e-learning material. For example, Discovery Channel that you see at the back, you love those voices, right? Dubbed in Hindi. Lakad bhagga wahan pe aaya aur wo dekh raha tha ki uski maan wahan pe bhag rahi hai. Like those voices. So these kind of multiple voices that you can do for visuals, that's for TV or screen. And radio itself is like the voice medium wherein you can do all the commercials and jingles and so on and so forth. Then if to look at the other opportunities that you have, dubbing is a very interesting thing that you do. Again, there are two types, basic two types that you can see. Dubbing for animation, the cartoons and all that you see, like
Oh, tum kaun ho?
and also usually we whatever cartoons that we get are from, say, Japan or America, and then we dub it in multiple languages. So there you have a good opportunity to mimic that voice and speak in that particular voice with that video. So that's dubbing for animation, where you do multiple voice modulation and come up with voices like "मैं आपके लिए आपका दोस्त."
Oh, मैं छोटी सी अच्छी बंदी.
Like there are ranges that you can explore. If you can do that, consider that career opportunity for you. And if you are into complete voice acting, basically this base is voice acting. If you are into voice acting and you don't want to change the voice like to the extent, then other voice opportunities that you have for dubbing is the movies that are made in Tamil or any other languages. They are dubbed in Hindi, or English movies dubbed in Hindi in normal voice that you see. Say for example, Bahubali, that was originally a Telugu movie converted or dubbed in other languages. So that is also one of the good options that you have for dubbing. Then IVRs. The number you're trying to call is currently busy, so that's IVR. Hindi में जानकारी के लिए एक दबाएं, that's IVR, so that is also something. Then gaming, all those voices, yeah, I am gonna kill you, like those voices that you have. So there are multiple opportunities for you. And most important career that the voice industry considers is radio jockey. Actually, radio jockeying is not about voice, it's about brain and voice. So brain and speaking basically. Say if you have no good voice, you consider no good voice, but still brain is everything on radio. So that's also good opportunity. So these are the careers which are on mic, like people listen to you. But there are many other opportunities which are excellent opportunities for you if you like technical aspect of sound production or management. Say for example, you would like to manage your own studio, would like to start your own business as the audio producer, or you would like to be in the management side, production side of radio, then there are multiple such opportunities for you, wherein there's more of brain work, creativity. So you may work on your creativity for that particular opportunity. I feel that the real challenge is finding out work, where is the work and how to pitch for that particular project. And you learn it as you are in the field and you start publicizing yourself. So that's the most important challenge. And I think being grounded is also one of the challenges. If you are like successful and if you feel that wow, I have achieved everything, that's going to create a problem. I'm sure you can manage that. I think especially youngsters, they are more interested to immediately get into voice industry and do something. So it's always better to have a backup plan and start early, because when you start early, you have multiple opportunities lying there. If you don't like this, if you want to do something else, so always have this as a parallel career to start with, and then later when you are confident that this is working out so well, then I think go ahead with that.
देखिए 3 बजे हैं, 3 बजे होता है आपका ब्रेक. चलो सब मिलके खाना खाने जाते हैं.
I hope this has been interesting and insightful episode, and I'm sure you've got an understanding about the career RJ. Don't forget to like and subscribe Career Growth.